we're having these beta male fucking simps raising men. But if you meet a guy who has a great father, who raised him to be a fucking man, and he has a family, the problem is you're dealing with these fucking incels. And no offense, you guys, I love you fucking guys, my fucking incel friends, you know?
Was Tom Brady an incel? He had the same result.
I don't know fuck about Tom. Did he not?
Tom Brady got divorced.
Was he was trying to fuck a model, bro. That's his plan B. Don't go after the fucking Instagram whores and don't go after.
No, that's not true. I've done interviews with average men that married.
Of course you have, dude. You could do you could do an interview with a married man. The guys
I've done interviews with married men too.
This is your little echo chamber. You could go find you could go find a married man, but I love my kids. I love my wife.
How is it an echo chamber when I get the same story?
But this is how you make money.
I went to the UFC gym with you today, and there's guys there that like had the same stories.
But those guys are we're degenerates.
Okay, but like
MMA fighters are fucking degenerates.
but you're saying it's in my echo chamber.
So I'm saying
I had the same conversation with there's a political commentator named Michael Knowles. Do you know who that is? No. He's a concern, and that's what he said, the same thing to me. And then, do you know what happened the next week? I interviewed a guy that came from his church. Every time someone tells me it's an echo chamber, I could go into show me the room.
I'm not necessarily saying you're not wrong, but I'm saying.
So you want me to not say what's true?
What I'm saying that there is probably millions of people that could relate to you, and they could hear you say what they say, and you're like, yeah, man, fucking women, dude, bunch of fucking succubuses. I should just go fuck whores. And I'm telling you guys, as a man who's done that most of my fucking life, it's real fun, by the way, that at some point you're just like, all right, what's next?
Well, I'm not saying that you don't have that, but I wouldn't really expect a marriage to last for life in general. I wouldn't expect it.
But again, this is also like because men aren't being raised by men. Like there's no such
That's true.
Like there's no such thing as like commitment. Like life's easy to get fucking pussy. Like the problem is like
it's not easy for most guys.
It's fucking easy for most guys. It's fucking easy. No. You just gotta lower your standards, man. Go get some threes. Go get some fucking threes. You'll be all right. No, but like what I'm saying though.
You still haven't told me what do I say that's inceldom?
But no, that's pander.
Inaccurate.
But you just you pander to the guys and you don't give men hope. Like where's your hope? Where's your message?
Hope isn't a strategy. Right?
Where's your overarching hey bud, you're gonna do the right things.
Okay, so I have a question. If somebody listens to you and they take your advice and they go find this good woman and they get married and it ruins their life, do you feel responsible?
Why would it ruin their life?
Because if they have two children, prenups can be thrown out and it can take up to 40% of
I tell people to ride motorcycles.
It can take up to 40% of their income for 18 years. That's a lot. That's very debilitating to a man. Right? 40%. So out of every $2 they make, she take, right? So, and if that happened to them, would you feel responsible?
Hey, listen, when Pearl's fucking 35 and a cat woman and she's in a fucking house miserable.
No, come on.
I'm gonna go interview you. Look at the fucking cat woman. Look at the fucking cat woman.
Every time I make a point, you keep trying to deflect it.
Pearl, I agree. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%.
So how is that inceldom how is it pandering to incels if I'm sticking to the facts? And I'm trying to be as accurate as I can. Remember, I don't hope.
But you say there are people that do make it work. I mean, you know,
statistically, it's like 10%. Statistically,
like the Brazilian hookers.
Statistically, if you include,
I know a cat woman that would love to have a family.
You're a cat guy too. You talk all this shit. You're in the same position.
Why do you think I'm looking in the mirror, you guys? I lived a debaucherous fucking life.
You're in the same position.
No, I've lived a debaucherous life. I lived a life, you guys.
This is the thing. It's always I had my fun, but you can't have yours.
But no.
But you're bad if you have yours.
But I was raised as a fucking degenerate.
I am cooking today.
But no, I was raised as
This is why my last interview did not come out.
I was raised as a fucking degenerate. I was raised as a fucking degenerate, piece of shit. I don't know, maybe you guys are raised the same way, but shouldn't you strive? I'm not saying marriage, bro. Marriage is ruined by the state.
Again, we got to keep asking, what is in it for them to be good people? What do they get out of it?
Your duty as a man.
What do they, but again, every time it's a duty, it's something that serves women. What do they get? What does the average man
You're
get
serving
for
society. You're serving your country.
Okay, does the country, you just said this whole podcast that the country does not care about them. And then you shit on them for saying fuck
I would
it.
say it's capitalism, but I mean, let's talk about
you just said earlier. And then
so
it's
what is your message, Pearl? Just go fucking bang hookers all day long?
My message is I try to be accurate.
So what is your message? What do you tell the people? What do you tell the incels?
This is like influencer delusion where they think they have like more control off of what happens to society than you do. I can't do shit about it.
So what's your message to these fucking young men?
I don't have a message to them. They're young men.
You just go on the podcast and say, hey, fuck women. They all fucking suck.
That's not what I say. I say these are the stats. And what I do is I equip them with accurate. Nobody's telling the truth. No one's being honest because they want hope. They want to sell this dream of what society used to be and not what it is.
So what do you think? We just let society fall apart?
No,
what do you do?
What I think is that men need to decide for themselves, but the incentives are not there for them now.
Of course not.
So the way that I would predict it going, it's going to keep falling apart. Like that's what I would predict. And if you can predict something, you can prepare, right? You're going to go get your piece of land, get some guns, you'll be fine. But if I sell them, hey, your wife isn't going to leave, like that sounds, and find a good woman, it'll be different. I'd say, no, prepare around year 7, then around year 7, that's probably when she's going to go. So at least then you can prepare. And if she doesn't, great. But if she does, you can at least, like, it's way better to go in eyes wide open. And so
as a woman who's a future cat woman, wouldn't it be better to like help these men prepare how not to find a dirty little whore? Like to find the 10%?
Well, I would just say assume all women are whores. Why would you not?
I mean, that's what I
You do, and that's a mindset, right?
Learned it from my mom.
Yeah, assume all women are whores until proven otherwise. Wouldn't you say that's a better strategy?
Well,
rather than like, oh, there's this special place where the special women are.
Well, like they don't think fucking special. No woman's fucking. I mean, again, how many?
No, exactly. Right.
Every woman you see is took a facial, guys. Just picture that.
You agree? Like that's the funny thing.
I know. I agree with you, but I'm just telling you.
You're calling me an incel panderer, and I'm beating every allegation.
As a man who's like lived that fucking life, guys. Like at some point, I mean, I made enough
He had
money.
his fun. You can't.
No, you could have all your fun you want, dude, but it's real. Like it's real. At some point, you fuck so many women, you're just like laying in bed, like, all right, now what? What I'm telling you, Pearl, I'm a degenerate,
right?
But why don't you help these fucking incels find the right one? How do you find the 10%? How do you find the 10%? Tell them.
Men don't go to women to solve their problems.
How do you find the 10%? I'm asking you, as a woman with ovaries and a vagina.
I don't think you can predict it because I have seen women that are better than me do worse things than I think I would do.
So they got to convert to Islam and put a fucking pajama on
No, I'm
face.
not on that Islam train. That's Nico and the Tates. That's not me.
Yeah,
that's not. I'm not.
Bro, is the Tate a Muslim?
I'm not.
Is Andrew Tate a Muslim?
But
guys, by the way, Andrew Tate's a piece of shit. Do you have crossover with him?
So why do you think he's a piece of shit?
Oh,
what's
man, Andrew Tate?
Like? Isn't it kind of like feminine to be like obsessed with another guy? Like every time you're on a show, you're always like,
well, no, because,
he's a piece of shit.
Because he does the same shit you do.
Okay, which is my
favorite cat lady.
Which is what? Accurate?
No, you just like.
I see. I'm the one being honest. You're the one pandering because you're trying to switch it.
I'm
to
saying
what you
life's
want the world
fucking
to be.
hard, man. I'm saying life's real fucking hard, and you might not make it through it, but don't be a fucking pussy.